Hello and welcome back to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be making Book's Southdown Abbey Couscous from the Firefly Cookbook. The ingredients that we're going to need are 1 cup of an Israeli style pearl couscous, 1 small diced red onion, 2 parsnips that I've gone ahead and peeled and diced fairly largely, as well as 3 carrots that I've diced largely as well. You're going to need 8 ounces of Brussels sprouts, and these were fairly large, so I cut the smaller ones in half and then I quartered the larger ones. You're going to need 1 1/4 cups of water, 1/4 cup of olive oil plus an additional 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, 2 teaspoons of honey, as well as 4 garlic cloves that I've gone ahead and minced up. And those are all the ingredients. So for right now, I'm going to set the honey, the couscous, the soy sauce, and the vinegar, and the additional 2 tablespoons of olive oil to the side. And we're just going to be working with these ingredients for right now. Oh, actually, I'm setting the water aside as well. So what we're going to do is get our vegetables ready for the oven. I'll bring my pan in. That's my oven saying it's ready to go. And I'm just going to go ahead and drop my vegetables on here. Start with those. And then I'm going to drop my Brussels sprouts on this side. And I'm going to kind of spread them all out. I don't know, maybe quartering the larger ones wasn't the best decision on my part, but I think it's going to work out okay. I'm going to take the garlic and dump it into my olive oil here and just stir it around until it's broken up. And then I'm going to drizzle it all over my vegetables. Make sure we get as much of that out of there as we can. Alright guys, and I'm just going to go in with my clean hands and just kind of roll the vegetables in the garlic and olive oil until they are all well coated. Alright guys, and now that I've gone ahead and gotten these all coated with our olive oil and garlic, I'm simply going to cover it with some aluminum foil and allow it to bake in the oven for about 30 minutes covered. And then I'm going to remove this foil top and allow it to roast for another 15 or so minutes, or until the vegetables are starting to turn brown and become tender. So we'll see you then. Alright guys, I've got you over at my stove, and I've already gone ahead and boiled our 1 1/4 cups of water. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of our olive oil to the water, as well as our cup of Israeli couscous. And I'm just going to stir this, and then I'm going to cover it and let it simmer on low for 8 minutes. So while I'm waiting on our couscous to cook and our vegetables to finish, I'm going to go ahead and mix up the dressing that's going to go over this. In the bowl I have our last 1 tablespoon of olive oil, and I went ahead and warmed up the honey for about 15 seconds in the microwave. That's just going to help us get it all combined in. There we go. I'm also going to add in our vinegar and our soy sauce. I'm also going to be adding in a little bit of salt and pepper, but first I want to whisk this very well until the oil is well incorporated with our other ingredients. So while I'm whisking this together, I would like to remind you of the Gamers and Geeks playlist that JPKDeath and I have going on our channels if you would like to be a part of it. It's quite easy. All you have to do is go out and make a cooking video, and then post it to your channel once you're done. And then let either JPEG or I know down in the comment section of our latest cooking videos, or if you're a part of our Discord servers, you can let us know over there as well. Remember guys, this is a community-driven playlist made up of you, our friends and YouTube family. The only thing that we ask is that you do mention the playlist in your video, as well as leave a link down in your description to the playlist so that we can continue to support all the fine people that have already contributed to it. Alright guys, this is looking really good. I'm going to go ahead and just add a little pinch of salt. I don't want to add too much because the soy sauce is naturally salty. And I'm going to add, oh, I don't know, a good sprinkle of black pepper. I do like black pepper, so I am a little bit more heavy-handed with it than most people are. But I think that is going to be good. Alright, so I'm just going to whisk this a little bit longer, and then I'm going to set it to the side until our vegetables and couscous are done. Alright guys, the last thing we have to do is to assemble our couscous and vegetables together along with our dressing. So I'm going to go ahead and just dump it in this bowl here. And the couscous is nice and tender. It's absorbed all the water that we had put in, which is good. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's go ahead and add in our vegetables next. Oh, the Brussels sprouts did really good. I was afraid they would get a little too overdone, but they haven't. They're nice and brown. I kind of like a nice dark char on mine. And then let me flip this around. We'll get our parsnips and our carrots and onions in as well. Alright, there we go. Let me get these stirred together before we add our dressing. Now you do want to be careful you don't break your Brussels sprouts up too much while you're stirring. You want to do more of a fold method, I think, and that'll keep them intact. So that looks pretty good. It does smell really good, I'll say. The roasted vegetables, I always love the smell of them. And I'm just going to go ahead and drizzle my dressing over it and give it a final stir before we get it plated up for you. Alright guys, so here we go. Our Southdown Abbey couscous is all done and plated up for you. Let's get in here, give it a taste, see what we think about it. I'm going to try and get some of that parsnip and carrot in there. This is really good. I really am enjoying the flavors of this. The parsnips and the carrots still have just a little bit of texture. They haven't gotten overcooked in the oven. Let's try one of the Brussels sprouts. Wow, this is really good, guys. I really like the flavor that's going on in this dish. The only thing I think I would do is increase the amount of dressing, just because I really like the taste of the dressing. It goes so well with these vegetables. The vegetables are all perfectly cooked, nice and tender, without being overcooked. I like the roasted flavor it adds to this dish. This is a perfect side dish for, I don't know, pretty much any kind of a meal. Alright guys, that's going to be it for me for today. Remember to check out the Gamers and Geeks playlist. I will leave a link down in the description to both it and to my other Firefly Cookbook videos. If you guys like this video, leave me a comment down below if you try this recipe out. Let me know how it turns out for you. But for now, thank you all so very much for joining me today. I've been Vlog Girl. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.